It's us again. What's
I was
going on?
preparing to do your intro.
You sound like Bando. Bando talking about he can make a whole damn rap song off this damn intro music.
Let's hear it.
He said he can make a whole song off of it. But
Let's hear it.
what's going on, you guys? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we have my bestie here, DJ the singer, and
Hey,
we're here
y'all.
for another album review, and we're here to talk about our favorite, K Michelle's debut album, Rebellious. So me and DJ are here to talk about that now. Right before we went live, DJ said that because this is her first album, and because me and DJ have been familiar with K Michelle long before Love and Hip Hop, long before Rebellious, so long before Zero Fucks Given, long before all that. And plus, when me and DJ met, this was during the time when she was still on Jive and still trying to put out an album and all that other stuff. So that is around the time where me and DJ met, and we realized that we had the same interest in music. We love the same artists. I think that's what really solidified the bond that we have today. Is the bond is music.
Yes.
It's really what this bond with me. Never mind the fact that we've gone through similar things. You know, we've had the same experiences in life, but the music and our love for music is what really, kind of bonded us, and we have this soul tied through music.
Mm-hmm.
So
music will never die, and neither will our bond.
Never. Okay. So how did you want to start? I'm gonna give you a little bit of control of this today, since you had the idea to talk about of us talking about the happenings before Rebellious Soul and all of those things. So I'm gonna give you the control on it. Like, how you would start this?
We can start with how we were introduced to K. So I can say, do you remember Sister to Sister magazine?
I used to love Sister Sister magazine.
I waited religiously and faithfully for every issue. I didn't care where I was. If I saw it, I was getting it. You should see my magazine collection. Like, I think I'm the only person in 2026 with a magazine collection.
You wouldn't be if we didn't move. I would still have all my sister magazines.
Oh my God.
I think before I moved to Atlanta, I still had them. But my mother moved to another house while I was gone, so ain't no telling where those magazines are now. But
I think I have just about every issue. And if I just had to go down that list of everything in that magazine collection, everything from Sister to Sister, Jet, Double XL, The Source. What else do I have in there? King magazine. I mean, every magazine. I remember I would just go in the store and just buy magazines because I love to read. But also, like, this was during a time where you actually wanted to invest in an artist. And artists,
right,
when artists would come out, like, you actually were interested. And I remember being in CVS. I was living at home. I had just moved back home. And I remember being in CVS, and there was an article, this spread about this new R&B singer. She's, quote unquote, the next Keisha Cole, the next Mary. And I was like, okay, because she's in that lineage, I'm interested in her. And the first song I heard was Falling. And I was like, I don't need to hear nothing else. I'm sold. The girl can sing. And then I heard her sing Where They Do That At on the piano. And then I was like, oh, there's a mixtape. And so that's how I kind of jumped into the deep dive. What's the 901? And I'm like, okay, well, the version on the album is not the version on the piano. That should have been on the mixtape. You know what I mean? And ever since then, I was sold. I was like, Pain Medicine is the album. I can't wait to hear it. There were songs that to this day, we still haven't heard. There's one song, you can find a snippet of it on YouTube. It's called Don't Come Out Here.
I knew you were going to bring it up.
Yeah, Don't Come Out Here and Just Fine. Those were my two. I was like, I want to hear those. Thankfully we got Jump Right In later on the Zero Fucks Given mixtape, but that's how I initially was introduced to her. And I remember just tweeting her, and she'd be in my DM. She'd be like, come have a drink with me. And my hating ass ex at the time, would not take me downtown. I was living in the outskirts of the city. And I remember it was a couple times Kay was like, come and meet me at Marlowe's, come meet me at this tavern, come meet me at this bar, like, we drinking, come kick it. And
that's so funny that you mentioned Marlowe's, because that's what we were filming it yesterday.
Listen, Marlowe's Tavern. I can't wait to do Anybody Want to Buy a Heart either, Shan. Listen.
Oh, yes. Ooh,
I can't wait. Can we do that this week, please?
Yes, we can.
Yes. And then I'm trying to think, how did I meet Kay in person? They were doing a taping. She was doing an audition for Love and Hip Hop.
Mhm.
And I sent her a DM because for whatever reason I couldn't get through on the audition. And I was like, I want to come audition to be a background singer, da 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 da. And so she's like, just pull up. And I was like, all right, cool. Well, when I got there, I learned early on when you go to these types of cattle calls, is basically what they call. When you get to these cattle calls, you got to get there at least 2-3 hours before they start because you want to be in that line. You want to be one of the first ones in so you can be one of the first ones out. Same thing when we went to go audition for Missy Elliott, but that's a different story for another day. Anyway, get there, right, Badu, and got there, auditioned, did my song. Kay wasn't there yet, so I was standing outside, and when got outside, she was pulling up, and she saw me and came and grabbed me and was like, "Come on, we going on the inside." Bought us lunch, like we sat there through all them auditions, went through choreography for V.S.O.P, everything. She didn't pick me, but she was like, Ninja, you can sing, like, and don't you quit singing. Same thing with Mona Scott. She was there, and I was trying to get on Love and Hip Hop. She was like, "Honey, we studied these people for at least 3 to 5 years before we even bring them in the office." I'm like, "Huh? Let me get
Not
out
you
here and
trying to get
build my
on Love
phone."
and Hip Hop. I didn't even
Baby,
know
I
you were
was
trying
trying to
to.
get
You
on.
didn't tell me that. You didn't.
I was trying to get on. This, listen, at any stop and corner, I was singing on every block. I was trying to get in. I didn't care. I just wanted to be in the industry. I wanted my own deal, and I wanted my album to actually hit the shelf.
Hmm.
That was before the industry changed.
Before they changed.
Before they changed, yes. But
Yes.
that's my short introduction into how I met Kay, and ever since then, she's Kimberly.
Right. Okay. So the first time I heard about K Michelle, I was on a message board called Lil Kim Zone because of my cousin Reggie. We was on
Full
this.
of time.
we was on, they called it LKZ, and they were talking about K Michelle, and I remember my radio station announcing this new song by this new artist who went by the name of K Michelle, and the name of the song was "Faking It," featuring Missy Elliott. That was the first song I ever heard by her, and I was like faking it. Last night I was faking it, and then I wanted to hate it, but then the more I listened to it, the more I loved the song,
You
and
loved
so
it.
I loved the song. So I went on LKZ, and they was posting all these different videos of her, and I remember the thread like it was yesterday. They said, "This is the new girl, Keisha who, Jasmine Sullivan when, Sharifa never." And I was
Don't do my girls like that now. Sharifa had a bomb album, okay?
like,
That album was bomb. Another point of no return. But that album was bomb.
it was. And we can review that too if you want to.
Listen,
However,
let's see if we can get Sharifa up on this. Cause I have
okay,
questions.
I do too because then the last song she had was the last song I heard from her was a song called "Should I Stay," and that was in 2010.
She
That
wrote
was
So Blue for Fantasia.
I never knew that.
Hmm.
Okay, so I was looking at because back then K Michelle used to do those drunk blogs back then. She used to do those drunk
Drunken
blogs on
blog.
on YouTube all the time, and it was showing they was posting all these videos of her showing her personality. Then it was like they was showing her in the studio recording "Today Just Ain't My Day." They was showing that, and I was like so interested in her. And then the thing that really got me going with her, I didn't already heard "Faking It" already, but the thing that really got me into her was when I saw her sitting on the damn piano singing "Where They Do That At." I needed that song in my life. I was like, oh my God. I was just so like mesmerized by her when she was singing on that piano. And I'm like, where's the song? Like, does she have a mixtape or something? So it's just like back then, I was just Googling down, like, is there a mixtape by K Michelle? Like, I'm just Googling the fuck down. And who? What the fuck? Hold on. Oh, Googling the fuck down. So I found the What's the 901 mixtape. And next thing you know, when I first found that mixtape, Fallen had just came out. And so I was listening to the song. I can't believe that it's over. No, say I've been crying like 5 days straight. And I was going through a breakup then. I was going through the breakup from my very first boyfriend then.
I think we
So
were all going
we
through a breakup then.
so I was going through a breakup from my very first boyfriend back then. And not to mention, Reggie was also going through a breakup. So Reggie still to this day love Falling. So that song was everything. So I was listening to the What's the 901 mixtape, and I instantly fell in love with one of these songs on there. I was kind of disappointed because where they do that that was not the same one that I saw on the video. That's I was so disappointed in that part. But as far as anything else, it was one song that I just fell in love with her on. It was the I Feel I Can't Go On song. I was like, oh my God. Oh
You
Jesus.
remember they premiered it on Concrete Loop and people were like, it's cute, but this ain't it. And I'm
Yes.
like, what does her sleeping with her best friend's boyfriend in the NBA have to do with the song? What does that have to do with you not being able to go on? Apparently you don't went on because you didn't, you know. But whatever. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Anything Kay put out at that time, like I really wanted her entire console. And that's why I'm like, ma'am, find them unreleased records. Give us one more mixtape.
Please, that's all I'm
Like
saying.
I know
Because
she
it's
was like,
the
no more mixtapes.
yeah, she
The
did
label
say that.
said no more mixtapes.
She did say that because what okay, so I loved Can't Go On. And then there was another song that she did with Rick Ross called You Should Have Killed Me. Love that song too. Oh my God. I used to love that song.
Do you
Oh
remember the
my
studio session where she just was like, she couldn't get the hey, hey,
yeah.
she couldn't get that right. I was like, Kim, do you remember what was the song? And you can't even find it online now. Repairman.
Oh, that was my song. She wanted that to be a
Repairman,
sing.
man, man,
She
man, man.
wanted that to be a single so bad.
Yes, I
I
think it was
know
supposed to be.
no tools today. My heart needs a few repairs.
That would have been the perfect song for her to sing on nighttime television.
Yes, I
She could have had on
love that
a white
song.
dress, you know, a bone straight something, a bust down in the middle, and it's just you and a microphone.
Right. It's another song she had on there called Bad for My Health. I used to love that song.
Man,
Oh,
bad, bad heat. Listen, she felt that thing at the end.
she
Bad,
did.
bad heat.
She was like, she said, and the
Bad,
worst thing about
bad
it is
heat.
that I know,
Uh-huh.
and y'all damn right. Oh, 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 oh,
Over
oh.
my
Oh my
head.
God. I used to
Uh-huh.
love it. I used to love it. Then she had another song called Metro Match.
Be- don't think I'm gonna be sitting around calling you. Don't think I'm gonna be all up under you. You think so I'm a fool, cause I be balling too. You think that I'm a fool, cause you done met your man. Uh-huh.
We done got all into the music. I didn't even finish telling my damn story.
Go
But
ahead. I'm finna shut up. Let me
we
shut
done got
up.
all into the music. But so after I discovered what's the 901 and stuff, I think after Fallen came out, she came out with I Just Can't Do This, which is still my one of my top 5 favorites from her.
I
Still.
loved it so much I remixed it.
You
The audio
did.
quality is terrible, but I loved it.
You
And she
definitely
posted
remixed
it.
it. Yes, she
She heard it.
did. Um, and so I think around that time is when she started following me on Twitter. And
Mm-hmm.
then I was like, oh my gosh, she following me on Twitter. And then I don't know if you remember, but around the time that How Many Times came out, because I was so excited about How Many Times came out, she had changed her hair color to blue, and she had did this video.
She was a smurf.
She was a Smurf. She had did this video, and I just knew that How Many Times was gonna be the song that was gonna take her to the next level, and it didn't.
It didn't. I was
I was
so
so
upset.
upset. We said that at the same time. I was so
So
upset.
upset. Because why? It,
I just
I
didn't
thought I Just
understand.
Can't Do This would have been the one.
I thought that too, because that song actually made it to 106 in Park. It made it
Yeah.
to 106. She performed it on 106 in Park. So if people actually love the song, so I don't understand why I didn't get the label didn't push it. Same with How Many Times. They was actually playing that on the radio where I'm from, and it was on 106 in Park as well. I still don't know why it didn't do anything.
See, the
So
thing is, you got K on the radio. I didn't. I never got K on the radio.
oh, they played K Michelle all the time in Mississippi. Even when Fallen was out, you would have thought that was the number one record back home. They played it all the time.
I never heard it on the radio.
They played
I never
Fallen
heard
all the time.
the first
Literally.
and only song that I have heard on the radio by K Michelle has
Was
been
V.S.O.P.
And
They
Can't Raise a
played
Man.
they played Fallen, they played I Just Can't Do This, and they played How Many Times? All three of those all the time. Literally. All the time. So she had to support in Mississippi. Maybe it's a Memphis thing. I don't know. Maybe it's the whole Memphis shit, Mississippi too, you know, right there. That may be why. I don't know. But so now, I don't know if you remember or not, but remember she used to get on Twitter sometimes and she'll put her phone number out there so we could call.
She would call us.
And so I had called at least twice. I said, I'm going to get in. Because the first time she did it, I didn't get in. So the second time I said, I'm going to keep calling until she answered me. She answered. I was like, oh my God. I told her what my Twitter name was. She said, oh, I know you. I know exactly who you are. We talked on the phone
by name.
She known by name. And then I remember that I had tweeted her and I had said, all the songs that you didn't put out on Pain Medicine, you should make it into a mixtape. And she said on the phone, I'll never forget, she said, and I'm probably gonna do what you the idea that you gave me about putting the songs on the mixtape. I'm probably gonna do that. And I'm like, okay. I think we talked on the phone for about 5 minutes. So then she continued to follow me. Like she'll respond, she'll DM me all the time. She wished me happy birthday. It was like a lot of that happening. So then fast forward to this album. She had did her Rebellious Soul tour, but she had a one-off show in Jackson. And everybody and their mama was tagging me in the post on Facebook. Your girl coming to Jackson, your girl. I'm saying, okay, I bought my tickets the very first day. I didn't give a fuck who was coming or who wasn't. I said, y'all, I'm buying my ticket now. I don't know about y'all, but I'm buying my ticket now. So I bought my ticket. We went to the show. You know, she ain't had no meet and greets or nothing like that because it was like a one-off. But I was standing, she was, you know, she had her rails, you know, the rails that was separating us from her. She was signing autographs, taking pictures with everybody. And I tapped her. She looked up at me. She said, then she went to a security guard. Can you bring him? And I'm like, so she got a security to bring me around. And she took me to her damn, to her dressing room. And I was so starstruck, I couldn't even speak. I was just standing there like, she had me back there with her cousins and stuff. And then screaming. And she was like, let me tell you, she said, let me tell y'all something about him. Let me tell y'all something about him. This one right here. Oh, he rides for me, baby. He be cussing bitches. He be cussing motherfuckers out for me on Twitter. And I'm just like, I was so ashamed. Because back then, I would cuss anybody out that would come for K.
Listen, I did not play about K.
I did not. I did not. And she said, is there anything that you want some food? You want a piece of cake? I said, no. She said, you want a picture? I said, yeah. She said, you better be glad I like you. Then we took the picture and that was it. Like she hugged me. She said she loves me. She said, I will be, you know, I'm always watching. I might not say nothing, but I'm always watching. And so I said, okay, the next time I saw her, I had went to Houston for her concert. I think this was the year that More Issues Than Vogue had come out. I went to Houston for her show this time. And Jamar went with me because back then Jamar was living in Houston. And I had got a backstage pass this time. When I walked back there, she knew exactly. She said, here you go. I see you. Here you go. And then she hugged me and she said, I just want to make, are you good? Because listen, like I told you the last time I saw you, I might not say nothing, but I be watching it. It look like, she said, it look like some nigga that broke your heart now. Are you good? And I was like, girl, how did you know? She said, are you good? I said, I'm trying to be. And she gave me a big hug and all this other stuff. And she was still telling people how I be fighting for her on Twitter and all this other stuff. She said, now he been around from day one. He been
She
around
gets
from
the
day
best
one.
hugs.
And I was just like, oh my God. And we took a picture together that night and everything. Like she remembered me like it was nothing. Like she still does. Like she doesn't follow me on Instagram, but she follows me on Twitter. And even on my Instagram, she'll comment from time to time. She'll like a post from time to time. She'll share a story of mine from time to time. Even on Twitter, she might not say nothing, but she'll like a post. She'll do. That lady know me. I don't care what nobody say. That lady knows exactly who I am. I done talked on the phone with this lady. I done been in this lady's presence more than one time. She know me by name. It's so
by name, birthday,
right.
stage name, and government. Okay.
Okay,
Like,
so it's like, so when people be trying to come for me when it come down to K Michelle and shit like that, you don't even know her. Yes, the fuck I do. Okay,
sure
I know
do.
her. I knew her before this reality TV shit, before she got the fame. I was there in 2009 before most of you motherfuckers knew her. Okay,
Period.
so you know, it goes beyond, for me, it's not about standing for a reality star for me. Like, it goes beyond it. Like, this is someone that I listen to often. Like, every day I listen to K Michelle. There's not a day that goes by that I don't listen to her music. Or she has gotten me through some of the worst times of my life. And K Michelle has a lot of songs that I relate to, whether it's a good thing, whether it's a bad thing. Like right now, I'm not even in a bad place in regards to a man, but even on her People I Used to Know album, there's a song that I can listen to that puts me in the mind of where I am now. Like the song Heaven Couldn't Save Me. That's, or what's the other one? There Goes My Brain On. That song.
Yes, I love that one.
Even with the album that we're about to get into now, V.S.O.P is just,
listen, I remember the first time I heard it. We'll get into that.
yeah, we'll
We'll
get
get
into
into
it.
that.
But
Now,
yes, we are big K
I'm
Michelle
gonna say
fans.
this. I'm gonna say this. Even though we are K Michelle fans and we know her and she knows us, we are not going to be biased.
We're not.
Okay, we're gonna be
Not.
fair. So we're gonna be fair. We're gonna be honest. So you know,
Yes.
I think Kay can respect the honesty because I'm gonna definitely send this to her. But like, I think she can respect the honesty. But yes. So a little bit about this album. They ended up pushing it back because I remember the
They
album was
did.
supposed to come out in July.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of getting the album, we got a remix of Rihanna's Half of It. And we got a music video too. I have to tell you the story off camera about where I was and what I was doing.
Saw
And
me on a
yeah,
television,
yep,
acting up and slapping bitches.
yep.
And I ain't proud of how I've been living. I pray the Lord my soul's forgiving. I can't handle my liquor. Why the hell I'm drinking? Little girls looking up to me. What are they thinking? Cause I want them to be better than me. Better than
The
see me act on.
on TV, yeah, something like that. Let me listen. I'm finna go play that and for my Cinderellas when I get off of here.
Cause y'all know me on the life of the party. The beautiful people surround me. And
Hey,
I was falling in and out of love. Oh, you know me, yeah. Everybody knows that I'm crazy. Sticks and stones won't ever break me. And I'm the type that don't give a fuck.
she the only one that can take a moment that's supposed to be serious and make you laugh. Cause why? Do you remember? I just wanna fuck.
I was just about to bring that up.
I fall in love.
I was so excited to hear the studio version because I remember seeing her perform it on like online at these shows that she was having. I'm like, okay, so when the song coming out?
I thought it was gonna be on the album.
I did too.
Yeah, I thought it was
I'm
gonna
kind
become
of
an
glad it
album.
wasn't though.
But see, the thing that I love about Kay during this era, like she was giving us album snippets throughout the show, whether it's for the mixtape or for the album. We got to hear clips, and we even would get on UStream, or she would drop a vlog on YouTube or a webisode, or she would get on live on Instagram, or, and we would hear little snippets here and there or whatever. And I was like, okay, this album's shaping up. I think I'm gonna like this. And so the album comes out in August, the week of my birthday, and
Wait. Not to cut you off. Do you want to get into the holdover first? Because that's what we got before the album.
we did get the holdover. Okay, so do you
Cause that's
remember
because
Keith?
she gave us the holdover because they pushed it back.
I forgot. Do you remember Keek, the app?
Yes, I remember.
So her and Tiffany, her background singer at the time, they were in the studio working on it. And I remember it was like this loop, and I was like, okay, I want to hear it in full. And then when I heard the backgrounds, I was like, I didn't care about anything else. Wish that I could be her, A Million Hearts,
And
wonderful,
Painkiller.
wonderful songs, wonderful songs. But out of them three, Painkiller was my one.
Okay, so A Million Hearts was my one. I will always go back and forth between Wish I Could Be Her and A Million Hearts, but it's something about that damn Million Hearts because, again, I was going through some shit when A Million Hearts came out, and the person that I was dealing with when A Million Hearts was out was the person that we had in common.
I just
And
want to say,
ugh,
I just want to say, do you notice the first couple of albums, but specifically The Holdover and Rebellious Soul? Do you realize the correlation between A Million Hearts and Better Than Nothing?
I see it now. I
Because
see it
whenever she
now.
sing either one of them live, she be crying. And I mean
Yes.
crying to the point she can't even make it through the song.
Yes, A Million Hearts was something.
Yeah.
Okay, like that, you could hear her crying in the song. Like, and I don't know what it is with me. I love those songs that bring out them type of emotions out of people. Like, it's something about those type of records that I love. Like, I love that because you could hear the emotion. It's kind of reminiscent to me of like how on Mary's My Life, you can hear Mary crying on I Never Want to Live Without You. Like, you can kind of not even
It,
on that song. Probably I Love You. She was crying on that too. You know.
it's very raw.
Yes,
It's
very
very raw. It's very transparent. Make me feel what you singing. You know what I mean?
right.
Like you can have great lyrics. You can have great lyrics, but if I can't feel what you're
Exactly.
singing about, even if it's a vibe and you stay here the entire song, if you can make me feel something, then you've done your job. But if I can't feel it, then you got to go back and do it again. Those types of songs, they remind you of those old school records. Those old school records where the people would get drunk to whiskey and be bar fighting and shit. And then you go home, your afro dripping, you go home, you make love to your woman, you loved your woman, you know, and that was that. Your father was in the home, you know what I'm saying? Father had three families on the street, that era, you know, and everybody was cool. So, you know what I mean? Like everybody was cool and we all went to the same school. So I'm just saying, like, this was the era and they made you feel that.
Cause it's just something about this lyric. Cause no one's ever used me. It made it feel as good as you. I'm like, oh.
If you've never lived it, you can't relate.
Yes, God.
If you've never lived it, you can't relate.
And Wish I Could Be Her. Wasn't that song about her baby daddy?
Yeah,
I figured that.
yeah. I was like, damn, if that ain't honest, I don't know what is. And speaking of my life, that's the first track.
Let's get
Um,
into it.
I wish that the live version had been the studio version. Those
Bitch,
electric guitars give it a
we
whole
are
other feel.
always here. We are always here
Yeah,
because that was the first version I heard was the live one. So when I got
yeah.
the album, I'm like, what is
I
this?
remember the black knee high boots.
Yes.
Niggas turning hoes into wine. When in
When it
wrong, now
wrong,
you're
now you
stuck with
stuck with
hustle
hustle
life.
life.
I know
I know
about it.
about it.
Yeah, like that should have been the live, I mean, the studio version. I don't care. I felt like the studio version was very pretty. It was something that you
It
could ride to.
was.
It's very pretty, very melodic, but that live version had an edge and a grit
It
that I
did.
wanted to start this album off. So just for that, I'm gonna take a couple of points off. But 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 I did love the fact that Meek Mill was the feature. I love
Me
that Tank.
too.
Yeah, I love Tank produced this. Troy Taylor did. He co-wrote this and did the production. Um, I just like the feel of it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, the trap feel. It was very current. With what the people were doing. I honestly feel like K was one of the I'm not gonna call her a pioneer, but she was one of the first artists to kind of get into that trap sound. She was one of the first R&B artists to marry melodies and that trap sound. So I can appreciate it. It's very, very creative. And then like I said, you have the right one snippet that's at the end.
Which we'll
Um
talk more about that particular song when we get to that particular song.
yeah, yeah. And I love
My
how the song also got its own little spotlight because it was the theme song for her reality show.
Yes, and it was. I think it was a good opening because Rebellious Soul pretty much was talking about what she was going through when at that moment, which I love when people write about the things that they're going through right then because it makes me feel where they are. It's that's why I always say I wish I knew how to sing because a lot of those songs that I wrote back then were like literally the things that I was going through at that time. Like sometimes I listen to my old demos. I'm like, damn, I was going through it. Ooh, Jesus. That DL motherfucker took me through that.
Listen, that we stay away from.
Ooh, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I don't, because the thing is, I haven't listened to those demos in years. So when I got my jump drive from the house, one of the like the first time I visited back home when I first moved out here, the first thing I did was get my jump drive. They didn't have all my demos on there, but it was certain demos in there that I wanted Tramiel to hear. And I remember Tramiel heard all those demos. And Tramiel said, let me just tell you, these are great songs. Don't get me wrong. But bitch, were you angry or were you sad? Like, what was wrong with you?
Going through it.
I was going
We were
through
both
it.
going through it. Just young, inexperienced from the country,
Yes.
trying to figure it
Yes.
out. We didn't have mentors. We didn't have coaches. We
We
didn't
did
have,
not.
you know what I mean? We didn't have anybody older that was in anything successful where they could tell us this is not the way to go, or don't do this, or do this. Put that on. Take that shit
Right.
off. You know what I mean? So
Yes. Like
good
I was
times.
I listened to one of my old demos last week. I'm like, God, I didn't cringe though, but it was just like, damn, Scotty. Shit.
I was playing by myself the other day and I was like, it's a little cringy, but it's not cringy. It's just like, ooh, interesting. I still kind of feel the same way. But that's a whole other conversation for another day.
What's your
On a scale
rating?
of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give my life an because it wasn't the live version to open
Mm-hmm.
this album up, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. But overall, it's a 9. I love the song.
I
I
give
don't
it a
hate it.
9. I give it a 9 too. It's a 9. Let's go to the next one.
All right, so this is damn.
Her Ocho Cinco song.
Right. I could have seen damn being a single. Maybe the fourth and final single, maybe.
Didn't she want it to be a single at
I
first?
think she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I like damn. She brought in Berkeley School of Music to play on this album. It's very theatrical.
Mm-hmm.
I like the version of Damn from the musical better.
I
I,
love the
I
one from the musical.
yeah,
Oh my God.
the one from the musical. Okay, so technically, it was a single. She just didn't do the original. She did the remix. So
Yes.
I'm with it. Okay, listen. It is the remix. It new lyrics, new melody. I'm here for it. I loved it. I have
Maybe
not a
he's
single
just
complaint.
tripping, trying to make me jealous, cause he know I don't trust him around other bitches.
Huh.
But I can't let go. I still want more. That's- Why can't I have a man of my own? I used to say that. I used to play that shit all the time. I used to say the same shit. Why can't I have a man of my own? I used to say that all the
Why?
time.
I'm a good person. Oh my gosh.
I could say that now. I could say I have a man of my own now, but back then I couldn't say it back then. And then here go my part. One of my favorite parts. This is why I love Kevin Shell music, because she say shit that people won't say. Because she was
Yep.
like, "Tell him that he's dead or wrong. He just fucked me. Now I'm in love." I'm like, "Oh, girl,
Oh
I know
girl,
how you feel."
I think we can relate. I'll be calling you when this is over. I'm gonna give the remix a 10, but I'm gonna give the album version a 7. I don't hate the song, but it's not my favorite.
Yes, I think I'm
But
in
I
the
don't
same
skip it.
boat. I think I'm in the same boat with that. Like the remix definitely is a 10. Everything about that remix is the shit, from the beat to the lyrics to the way she sung it. The video,
Yeah.
just tens all around for the remix. But for
Yeah.
the original, it's like an 8 for me. It's an
Okay.
8. It's an 8 for me.
Okay. All right. No, track number 3, I Don't Like Me. Let me just say, I
Oh,
think this is one of the rawest songs I've ever heard. Um,
yes.
I wish that the version that was in the
Was on
video
the
was
album.
on the album. However, I do like the album version better because it's so dramatic. It's the keys, it's the strings, it's the, you know, I don't like me. It's like the keys right there, that one little part of like, "Ooh!"
Right.
And we're crying again. It takes a very honest person to look at themselves in the mirror and just be like,
And I was going
I
through
don't like this
that.
version.
I was going through that during that time. It's like with that album, that particular album, it's like a lot of the things she was singing about, I was dealing with that stuff. And me and you have had these conversations about me having low self-esteem and me not thinking I'm handsome and thinking I'm ugly. And I'm thinking that's the reason why I don't know man want to be with me, because I'm not cute or whatever. Or I'm just, and I have, I think I talked about this on one of my videos in the past, where she was saying she's laying in this bed with this man. She know it's sex, but she wish it was more. That was me
Yeah.
during that time. I used to be in like with a person and want to keep their attention. And I would think that sex would be the thing to keep their attention. So although I really didn't want to have sex with them because they wasn't my man, but I really wanted them to be my man. So I would have sex with these people, even though I wish it was more than just sex. Like it'd be like I have sex with this person, and after the sex is over, it's like, well, I guess I'm going home. I probably ain't even gonna hear from them no more. And just like she said in the
Yeah.
song, I ain't gonna hear from them anymore. And that's exactly what happened to me. I had sex with this person. It was great. They took me home and I didn't hear from them anymore.
I remember going through one of my many hoe phases. Just being totally honest. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember that was always the thing to bring me out of it. It was always the I'm laying here in this bed and really and truly I want love. I want my own person. And I
Mm-hmm.
know when you get up out of here, I ain't never gonna talk to you ever again for a few
Mm-hmm.
reasons. It wasn't good. Number 2, it wasn't good. Number 3, 9 times out of 10, it wasn't good. And number 4, I, you already know. You know, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a very honest song. When
it
you see
is.
yourself in these songs, you be like,
And I remember, I'm telling you, like, it is, that song was like really like during, like, this was 2013. So this was like early on. Like I wasn't even going to gay clubs like that back then. Like I was still new to the whole scene of being gay and all this other stuff. And this was
My
on
club
the
days were over.
you see, and this was on the heels of me trying to get over this DO person and kind of starting to meet the person we have in common that we never knew that we had a couple of 10 years later, but whatever. Um, it's like it was off the heels of that because it's just like, so I'm good enough to sleep with you, but I'm not good enough to be in a relationship with you. Do you not know how that? Well, I ain't gonna say you because you know, but do people not know how that makes you feel?
So I'm gonna give you I've never said this to anybody. There's a song that was supposed to be on my album that did not, and the song is called "Good Enough to Fuck," and
Oh,
it's about that.
yes.
I'm good enough for you to lay with, and we have a wet night, but you can't love me like
And
so
then
you can't lock down all of this.
and that's the thing. And I used to blame myself for this stuff a lot. Like during this time, I used to blame myself for this shit a lot. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, what is the problem? Like, what is wrong with me? And then after it's all over and they didn't got in these different relationships with these other people, and then years later they say they made a mistake and they should have given me a chance and I was the best thing, one of the best men that they had. You didn't, how would you know I was the best if you never gave me a real chance? You just gave me a chance for you. I just gave you a chance to fuck, which I didn't want to, but but I was young and dumb back then. So it was just like I just felt like you know, if I had sex with them, then maybe that'll get their attention.
We got to talk about this because
You
what
know,
Carl said.
we got to talk
We
about
got to talk
this.
about this.
So,
Yes,
but
we're gonna talk
who
about
knew that this album with us going through these songs and we're talking about the songs and and it brings up things that we personally experience. But that's what she does with her records, though. Her
yeah.
records make you they talk about things that we personally experienced. And during that time, I was 24 years old when this album came out. Those were the things and the growing pains that I was experiencing. I had low self esteem. I didn't think much of myself. I was very depressed. And I was dealing with this guy that was on the down low at the time, and it was on and off. And by this point, he was trying to get me back after he had dated this new guy, but only for him to show me that he just wanted to interrupt my life for no reason. And that's by that point, I was like, okay, it's done. This album pretty much released me from that situation. This I
It,
ain't gonna lie, this album released me from that.
it's a very dark album, but there's a lot of color here.
Yes.
It's a lot of color here. She is I don't think she intended to, but Kay is pulling up the turf on this album. Kay is
Mm-hmm.
really going into some dark places. You know how the people be like, I gotta clean out my closet. Like Kay is really cleaning out her closet on this album. This album has layers, and I think that's one of the things that I really appreciate about it. Specifically, like I said, I Don't Like Me is, if you ask me, one of, if not the rawest song, one of the most raw songs I've ever heard. So yeah, this song for me, it's easily a 10.
It's a 10 for me too.
Yeah. Um, Track 4 is the single Can't Raise a Man, which we got I guess it was an unfinished version on her mixtape Zero Fucks
Yeah,
Given.
Can't Raise a Man been
Um,
around for a long time.
it's been around for a long time. It recently went platinum, but truthfully, I feel like it should have done bigger numbers. I feel like the whole album should have done bigger numbers.
They were
Can't Raise a
rushing.
Man is easily a 10 for me. I just don't
Same.
play it as frequently because the people have played it out. Um, but that bridge, that bridge and that dun, dun,
Yes.
dun, like the chord, the way those chords were selected for that one segment, yeah,
It's gonna
she out of
take
here.
more than a
She out of here.
miracle. The change them, just let them go. Baby, when will decide to do better with your life? If his mama couldn't do it, what makes you think you can train
You
it
can
for
train
the
it for
real
the
man?
real
It's
man.
too
It's too
late.
late.
Better
Better
off
off
letting
letting
him
him
go.
go.
No matter
No
how
matter
hard
how
you
hard you
try, you
try, you can't raise.
can't.
He's already grown. What you gonna do? Yeah.
Let
Oh.
me tell you what my homegirl, my childhood homegirl loves this part right here, DJ. You probably gonna laugh when she say, girl, you can never go change nobody if you don't wanna hear me nobody.
Listen, I was here for it. Kay went to church on that.
She did.
She was singing. I don't know why that song. Like, why wasn't she performing that on prime time? Like,
The only place I saw her perform that at was the Arsenio Hall show.
yeah, that was it.
That's the
Like,
only place.
she should have been on what's his face? Not Mario Lopez, George Lopez, Jimmy Fallon, like. But you know, this was also during the time where she was managed by Jeff Robinson, and I don't know who said it, so I'm not putting any names on it.
Mm-hmm.
But this was also during the time that they were telling her, like, it's not time, you can't do this type of record, you can't do this type of venue, you know. And really what they were saying was, we're trying to keep you as the heartbroken black girl. We trying to
Basically.
keep you here. We don't want you to be universal. We don't want you to cater, you know, we don't want you to cross over. We want you to be the R&B black girl. That's it.
I don't know why people like to pigeonhole people into
She
one
did do it on
thing.
106 in Park the day the album came out. She sure
She
did.
did. She definitely did. She did. She did. This song should have been bigger. I do think that in all reality, V.S.O.P was the bigger song, but you wouldn't know that.
You wouldn't know it.
You would think that Can't Raise a Man was the bigger song, but V.S.O.P was
Yeah.
actually chart wise was the bigger song. But certification wise, Can't Raise a Man is platinum and V.S.O.P is gold. And
Yep.
Can't Raise a Man is her break. I don't know if it's her breakthrough song. It may be her breakthrough song, but most people probably say V.S.O.P is her breakthrough song, and Can't
Yeah, I
Raise a
would say
Man is her
VSOP.
signature song.
I would say VSOP is her is her breakout record. VSOP is definitely her breakout record. Because that song was everywhere.
Yes, Can't Raise a Man is
The
probably her signature one.
Yeah, you couldn't turn on the radio and not hear VSOP. She performed it several times on BET, Wendy Williams.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so I think VSOP got the greater coverage, but the fans and the fan favorite
Was Can't
was
Raise a Man.
Can't Raise a Man. The
And the
fans
craziest
supported that
thing
one.
was she didn't even want that to be a single.
Nope, the fans made it a single. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about influence. Like, when your fans can have that big of a demand to where you have a situation like Little Mix where the fans demanded they change their album cover and 24 hours later the album covers changed.
Yes,
Or
because she was saying when the album came out, Can't Raise a Man was selling like a single by itself. So
yeah,
it was
it was
like,
selling like a single.
why not put this out next?
Yeah, it made
And
sense.
it made sense, to be honest. Because at first I didn't want Can't Raise a Man to be no single either at first, because we didn't heard it. You know,
Hmm.
I feel like I heard this shit for years. I don't want this shit to be no single. But then when I saw it on iTunes and how it was selling, I'm like, yeah, go on, put that out. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead, put it out.
yeah, the fans made that one a single. It's an anthem.
It is.
It's an
And
anthem.
it's an
Um,
automatic 10 for me.
It's
Automatic.
a 10 for me. VSOP is a 10. I remember we heard it for the first time at the audition. She was like, "This is my radio record," and instantly fell in love with it. And I
Yeah.
couldn't wait for it to drop. Priscilla Renee or Money
Money
Long,
long.
excuse me. She's like, "It's Money Long now." Uh, I love this one. She wrote this one. So I like I said, VSOP for me is a 10.
Yes, like from the moment I heard the oh, did she come in? Hit the lights, can't let no one see me get down. Heaven knows my heart. I'm like,
You can't tell me that shouldn't have been a country song. I don't know why we didn't get a country
right.
remix. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, who A&R this album? Because when I tell you that I would have gone in the studio, did a country remix, and put it out on my own. You wouldn't have been able to tell me shit. Anyway, I also want to say
And the video was the
this.
shit too.
I love the video. Loved the video. The campaign for this record, the red hair, even the album, just the campaign. The
Yes.
theme was red. Like, yes, yes. I have not a single complaint about V.S.O.P. other than, like I said, I don't feel like they really pushed it to its largest potential. I
I
feel like,
agree.
yeah, I feel like she could have been doing this on late night, you know,
But
many different things.
this was during a time where she was fighting those barriers from being on Love and Hip Hop.
Because we
So
didn't take it
she would,
seriously.
yes, because she was very limited on where she could go. So that could have been partially why the things that we felt she could have done, she didn't do because she was on Love and Hip Hop.
Do you feel like I'm gonna use this word, but I'm using it lightly because I can't come up with anything else. I
Mm-hmm.
can't come up with another word, and I have a very extensive vernacular. Um, but do you think some of her antics in the past,
Was a hindrance?
do you think it was a hindrance not just for her career, but also for people wanting to invest the money? And I'm gonna give you a few examples for the people that don't know what I'm talking about. The reason why she was banned from the Sony building. There are only three artists that are banned from the Sony building. You know, she's in a company with Michael Jackson and I think TLC. Um, you know, that's one situation. Then you got the situation where you're beefing with all these different artists, and the Memphis situation, and all of this stuff that we see on Love and Hip Hop. In conjunction with all of this extra stuff that's going on. You being, I mean, yes, a rebellious soul, yes, in real life, pun intended. Do you think those things hindered?
I do think that those situations did kind of hinder her, but I do think it's kind of unfair that they did because I've seen artists do things similar, even worse, and they still are able to do things that she wasn't able to do.
Do you think if she was, all right, I'm gonna go here. Do you think if she was light skinned or Caucasian?
Mm.
And do you think that if she was a Caucasian man or a man of of lighter complexion, do you think that she would have gotten away with?
Yes, I mean, look at Tamar.
So track 6 is called "Pay My Bills," which is an absolute
Not
35 for me. You couldn't tell me R.
a
Kelly wasn't on
35.
this. I remember when I first heard her recorded in the studio. I think there's a video still online. You couldn't tell me R. Kelly wasn't gonna be on this.
I think she said he was supposed to be.
You couldn't tell me he wasn't gonna be on it. You couldn't tell me he didn't write it. Like, yeah, this is one of my favorite songs
Well,
from
it's
this
not one of
album.
my favorites, but it's not like one of those songs where I always skip it. You know,
I
I
wanted this to
I
be a
have to
single
be
so
I have to
bad.
be in the mood to hear "Pay My Bills,"
I wanted
but
this to have a
you know,
video. She could have done the doo doo brown in front of a TV that's going out. I didn't care. I wanted it.
oh my god,
I wanted it. This was one of my favorite songs, and maybe my freaky ass like this type of foolishness, but this
that's
was
what it
definitely
is.
this is definitely Ratchet K.
Yes,
Definitely one of my favorite songs from this album. I don't know why she didn't do a separate video, but it's okay.
I give it a 7.
Okay.
I give
I'm
it a
gonna give
7.
it it's a 10 for
I
me.
know, I knew it would be a 10 for you, honey. So there ain't no surprise.
Track 7 was the one that saved me. I was going through something. I was in love with this person who did not love me back. and I was giving. I mean, just giving, giving, giving. And I was like, if I just give a little bit more, the love that I'm giving, I'll get it back. I don't even want all of it back. I just want a little bit. I remember I was getting on the mega bus to go back and forth to Memphis, Tennessee, to go spend a week here, a weekend here, and this biscuit head, God rest their soul, did not love me, did not like me, and I just wasn't getting it. I was not picking up on the cues. Um, but sometimes it's easily a 10. I've only heard her do this on a
106 in part.
yeah, I was gonna say on a televised platform, which was 106 in Park. I only heard it live once and I loved it. But this honestly should have been a single. This was one of those songs I could see her standing barefoot in the rain somewhere in the country, just singing.
I think it was one of the songs that she wanted to be a single, because I think at the beginning they were telling her after V.S.O.P. she had 3 guaranteed singles after that, and I think the singles before "Can't Raise a Man" came into play. I think the singles were supposed to be V.S.O.P., "Ride Out," sometimes. I don't know what the other one was supposed to be, but I know sometimes and "Ride Out" were the contenders. And probably "Can't Raise a Man" too at some point, because I know that
Mhm.
I just didn't see the label not releasing it. But I know that "Ride Out" and sometimes were definitely in talks about being single choices, but they rushed the era. That's the problem. They rushed it. And the thing is, they would put this big gap in between singles and then move on to the next album. Like V.S.O.P. came out in June. Why the fuck May rather. Video came out in June.
Yeah,
Why can't Raise a Man is not out now? Like after that, why we didn't hear Can't Raise a Man on the radio until December, and the
because
video
we
didn't
got
come
a.
out until January. I
Because I was gonna say,
and
didn't we get a mixtape around that time? No,
we got Still
it
No
came
Fucks
out the
Given.
following year.
Yeah, like it's just like she did the video in October. Why the song just now impacting radio in December, and then the video don't get to 106 and Park until January? Like, what type of shit is that? Make it make sense. And now after "Can't Raise a Man," you want to move on to the next album. Like, what? Anyway, sometimes for me, again, this is off the heels of me going back and forth with the DL. Hey, boom, the DL boy. He but it was, what my favorite part of this song is. Oh, love, have your mercy for loving him religiously. I should be praying for better things instead of praying for a man who don't give a fuck about me. I'm like, yes!
Sometimes they do. Come back.
I used to love that song. That song would make me cry. Oh my god! And then when she says,
Whoa.
when she gets to that bridge, and she be like, what she say? I never felt so confused. I never felt so used and abused. What the hell did I do? When she said, "What the hell did I do to you?" I'm like,
That's a valid
bitch,
question.
what did I do to you?
And see, this is one of those moments when people be like, "Okay, Michelle just started doing country because Beyonce did it." No, like this was her country record for this album,
It
and I think
was.
that's probably why they didn't put it out as a single because I think this was the same song. If it wasn't that song, it was one of the songs that the label told her if Carrie Underwood, Taylor Swift, Kelly Clarkson, if they
Right.
had sang this, it would have been a massive hit. But because you're a black girl singing country music, it's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at her. Yeah, sometimes it's a 10 for
It's a
me.
10 all the way.
All the
No
way.
if, ands, buts about it. A 10.
Yeah. Ride Out, track
Ooh,
8.
10.
It's a 10. She said Ride
10.
Out reminded her of MacGyver. And I love the Barry White, well, I can't even say it, the Barry White sample. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this would have been a dope single for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this would have been a dope single for her. I think this song is the big sister to What's the song on All Monsters Are Human? It's the song
That
before.
game.
What's the one? Oh my gosh. OMG. I feel like this song is the big sister to OMG.
Okay, I can see that.
Just by the hook alone,
Yes.
it feels that way. Um, she said this song felt really theatrical for her, and it does. I would have loved for this to be a single. I think it would have definitely given a different perspective of what the album is and was. So it's a 10 for me.
You
Easy.
gonna be mad when I get it, my shit in right out. You gonna be mad when another nigga show up and show out.
I
A
don't know
lot.
why that part used to trip me out. I think it was the part where she was like, "So don't get mad when I get in my shit and ride out." I'm like, nigga, why would you say that? Like, Kim,
Which is,
please.
it's this part for me. You gonna be mad when another nigga show up and show out. A lot of them mad that another nigga done showed up and showed out. Stay
Baby,
mad.
you
Stay
won't do what you're
mad.
supposed to do. So how you
Stay
mad when
mad.
somebody else show up and do it?
Stay
Make it make
mad.
sense.
They be so mad. Every time I see a picture of me and Bando, they mad. Be mad. Be mad, honey. Be
Be
mad.
mad. I mean,
I do not care. Be mad.
be truth about it. I
Be
mean,
mad.
this song is also connected to the Coochie Symphony. I think the Coochie Symphony is very creative. I think it gives the album that room to exhale.
Mm-hmm.
It gives the album that light moment, because the album, for the most part, like I said, it's not dark, but it has darker themes. And so when you get to the Coochie Symphony, it's like, is she singing about her coochie? You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna make the people run it back. So especially after coming off of a serious moment, like sometimes,
Sometimes. Yeah.
it flows. Sometimes they do come back, sometimes they don't. You know, and I miss you so much, but I know that you don't. You know what I mean? And so we're here, and it's like, great. Now I'm here in this space now, at that weird space after a breakup, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, ugh, I don't even want to have sex now. I just want to stay home and eat pasta and ice cream and get fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them. And so it's a light moment. I like the Gucci Symphony. I could do with or without it. But
I
I
like
like
that
it.
she showed a different side of her though. Like she can do opera if she really wanted to. Like
Yeah, she's a
that's what I liked
classically
about
trained
it.
vocalist.
Yeah.
Regardless of what the people want to give her, like, she's a classically trained vocalist and pianist. Give her her things.
I agree. 10.
It's
Right out is
10.
a 10. So
Right out to 10. So it's a 10. Hate on Her is a 10. That's track
10.
9. I wish
10.
Hate on Her had been a single. I was singing it in my kitchen
Me
earlier.
too. Okay.
There's a
Listen.
house inside. Oh,
Oh
there's a
Jesus.
heart that won't beat no
So when
more.
she's calling
Why
my
can't she be the
phone,
one you want?
next time
I'm
I'ma
giving
let
you
her
so
know.
much.
I love that song. Oh my god. I
So
want her
when
to
she's,
shoot it. I want her to
huh?
shoot that I want her to shoot that video in Memphis. I
Oh
really
my
wanted
gosh.
that. I really wanted that.
So when she's calling your phone, next time I'ma
I'ma
let
let
her
her
know
know.
she can
She can
have you,
have
I'm
you gone.
gone. That love can be so cold, but I can't even hate
Hate
on her,
on
'cause I know you got no heart. I can't even
her.
hate
Hate
on
on
her,
her.
'cause I know how low you go. Yeah, uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah. Hate on Her was the single that never was. I could see Red Wig. I could
Yes.
see, what's the video? Think I see Bright Colors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing, like, you in a neighborhood in Memphis, and you walking down the street or whatever, and you, well, hell, put your baby daddy and his fiance in the video.
Okay.
Let's see it. We want to see it. You know what I
Right.
mean? This is Red Wig. Like, we got loose curls. you know, we in it. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I would have loved to
Yes.
see a video for that.
I wanted that so
Um,
bad. I really
track
did.
10 is my favorite song on this
10,
album. When
10.
I get a man,
I sung
he's
that
gonna love
song. I
me.
sang that song
Yeah.
for years. I sang that song for years until now. I have sung that song for years.
So there was a club
Okay.
here called Rain. And I
Uh-huh.
remember Kay came to Rain, and I remember she was pulling me up on stage. And then she was telling her security, I mean, she was telling the people in the club, because they were all trying to get up on stage. And she was
Mm-hmm.
telling the people in the class in the club, she was like, y'all gotta calm down or they gonna make me leave. And right as I'm getting ready to be pulled up on stage, her security picks her up and whisks her off into this van. And she drives away. Album sampler, which had like four other songs from the album on it. And I remember hearing the snippet of When I Get a Man. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I need this yesterday. Like, ma'am.
Okay.
Because I'm still running around here singing it.
I sang that for years. Cause I wanted me a man. I need I wanted me a man, and the title "When I Get a Man" was a title that just stuck in my head. I'm like, cause when I get a man, I'm gonna do this. When I get a man, I'm gonna do that. When I get a man, and now that I got one, I'm kind of doing the shit I said I was gonna do, just a little bit. I ain't
Listen,
did everything yet,
I would give
you
all
know.
this shit up to stay home and be your life. Whatever it is. Fold some clothes, give you what you like. Oh, you just don't know. You gon' fuck up when you get it. Oh, you better not miss it. Wanna give you all this love. So when I find a man, he's gonna love me. Yeah. Listen, that live arrangement. That live arrangement with them background singers, yeah,
Yes, I
yeah.
love
I be
it.
at the house and I be like, "When I find a man, he's gonna love me, yeah, yeah, yeah. When I get a man,
Yes, I
that should
love
have been.
it.
That's a single that never was.
Another one that never was.
Another one.
That's a
You gotta
10
drop
all the
that
way.
sound bite. Drop that DJ Khaled. Another one, cause.
Okay. So many missed opportunities. So many.
Man,
Oh,
Rebuild This Heart was an interlude. She snuck like three interludes on this album because the label said we're capping at 12. And you notice they capped at 12 for the first three albums. Um,
right.
but Rebuild This Heart, I would have loved to hear the full song.
Me too. She should really leak it.
I would have loved to hear the full song.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a cool interlude into A Mother's Prayer, which brings me to tears every single time, which is track
10.
11. It's a 10.
10.
It's a
Always.
10. It's the
Last
oohs in the
night.
background that just pull at my strings. I lose it every time that. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I remember playing
Yeah.
this song when my baby brother went to college. And I know
Oh
I'm
God.
like, I was like, it made me cry.
I would have lost all of my shit. And I know how you feel about Pootie. The way you feel
Yes.
the way about Pootie, the way I feel about Paul. And I'm like,
When I tell you, it was the second verse that really put me in my feelings because I remember driving because my mother was on the passenger side and I was on the driver's side and he was in the back seat. And um when she started singing the second verse, she was like, "Those dreams you have, I want you to chase them, chase them." And then she said, "And this bond we got, can't nobody break it." And I'm like, "Ah!" When I'm on a road and I can't see your face, this music would never take your place. I'm
I
like,
love you, Chase.
"Ah."
Oh, I love my Chase.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. And then even at the end, when she was like, "Your daddy loves you," And I love you too. I'm sorry we couldn't work it out for you, but we gon' do what's best for you. I'm like,
That's
oh,
honest. That's honest. That's
it
honest.
is. It is. Like, oh my God.
And she stuck to her word. She did do the best.
Mm-hmm.
She did do the best. So I have to give her that. She did.
That's a 10 all the way for me. Like,
Yeah.
that is a 10.
Yeah.
I
It's a
appreciate
10.
that song so much. And I played it for my mama one time. My mother cried when she first heard it. Like, I played that for my mother. But I listened to that song. Like, I ain't gonna lie, even when I was moving to Atlanta, I played this song so many times the week that I moved because I cried that entire week because I did not want to leave Pootie. So I kept playing that
Oh,
song. And I remember being on the phone with my friend and my friend Ramon actually, and I was just on the phone crying. I'm like, I don't want to leave him. I don't want to leave him because I was so ready to go. But it wasn't until those last few days I was in Mississippi where I thought about the fact that I'm not just leaving here. I'm leaving Pootie behind.
you can
Like,
bring Pootie to Atlanta.
I don't want to leave him. And I kept saying I don't want to leave. I kept saying I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. So Pootie, maybe 2 days before I left, everything happened 2 days before I left. I don't know why, but a lot of shit happened right before I left. He came in my room and he said, I wasn't trying to listen, but I heard you in here crying the other night. And I'm like, oh, Lord. And he said, no, I just want you to know that these exact words, DJ, and that shit didn't make it any better. He said, all my life, I seen you make decisions that were not necessarily for yourself, but you made decisions that were for us, meaning me, our mama, our sister. You make decisions for us. Now you're making decisions for yourself. And he says, this is what you're doing. Don't look at it as you're leaving me or us behind. You're doing something for you now. And at this point, I'm so used to you taking care of me, and now I gotta take care of myself. And I'm like, oh,
Listen, I would have been a bucket of water. Do you hear me?
I was
Like,
in tears. Do you hear me?
I would have kicked
Oh
that
my
bucket
God.
so quick.
I
If
do.
y'all don't know, when I tell you the love that Pootie and Scotty have for one another, that is some only God could do that.
Yes.
Only God could do that. I don't think I know any other siblings that love each other that much.
Right.
I mean, me and Paul is one thing, but you and Pootie, like, bring Pootie to Atlanta. We need the Scotty and Pootie show.
We do.
I want to produce it. I want to get
Bando
all
talking
the
about him.
shenanigans.
Bando talking about he want to film with him.
Listen, that road trip y'all took should have been filmed.
It should have been. It
It
should have
should have been. It
been.
should have
It
been
should have been.
filmed.
But you already know we was all talking about going back again, and here you go some. I want to go this time.
I
Okay, we gonna
do.
see. We gonna see. We gonna
I
see.
I do. Let me know when we going.
Listen, my mama would not mind.
I'm gonna tell you, mom, we finna go to the stove. We gotta get some stuff. We trying to bake. Speaking of bait, listen, better than nothing. Track 12.
A
I
10,
wish the
a
live
10, a
version
10,
had been
a
the
10,
album version.
a 10, a 10,
Have you
a
ever
10.
been in love with a man? Some days it's all good, some days it's all bad. Sometimes I call his phone, but he don't pick up. But then I get a text and I'm back in love. Sometimes he come
Come
home just
home
a
just a
little
little
too
too
late.
late.
I'm
I
straight up
straight
back
up
and
at the
forth, but
food,
I
but I
know I'm
know I'm
gonna
gonna
stay.
stay.
Even when I'm out here like a fool, can't
Man,
nobody
can't
do it
do it
like
like
he
you
do.
do.
I
I
know that
know that
love
love
ain't
ain't
fair, and I know he's
fair. She start crying every time.
every time. We don't never get past that part. We don't
Every
never get past that
time.
part because she goes. No, there's a performance she did in Memphis. You gotta look for it. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like K Michelle performs in Memphis Part 8 or something like that, Part 6.
Uh-huh.
She's performing in Memphis. The band is playing the song, and Kay is sitting on this stool in front of a mic, and she just burst into tears, and she cannot get through it. And it's like, I need somebody to write something for me like that, where I
I
just burst into,
know.
where I can't even stand because I'm so, you know what I mean? Like I need one of them. Cause have you ever been in love with a man? Some days it's all good. Some days it's all bad. Like I need something like that. I need to find me a country writer, somebody who can write something like that for me. This was, like I said, if you ask me, this was another potential country song that was on the album.
It was.
This was another one of my favorite songs. I remember she was in the studio recording this, and I was like, "Drop this now." That
Okay.
sometimes he come home just a little too late. I straight up act a fool, but I know
When I
I'm
know
gonna
I'm gonna
stay.
stay.
Because where you going?
I remember the first time heard this song, it was the Singers Room had posted her performing it at BB King's.
Brown wig.
Yes, and I was like, I want this song now. I need it now. And then when I didn't see it in the original track list, and I was so mad. But then when I saw it on the Best Buy version, I said, okay, take me to Best Buy. Because
That's the version I went and bought.
yeah, take me to Best Buy because no ma'am. Okay.
She's in my room.
Yes, okay. 10.
Yeah,
10.
this was one I wanted
10.
to be a single. For a lot of artists, when they do a deluxe version, the deluxe version typically will come out anywhere from a few months to a year, depending on the success of the standard version of the album. They'll come out with the deluxe version, and then they'll typically do a single or two from one of the new tracks from the deluxe version. And this was one of the ones I wanted her to do.
Mm-hmm.
This was one of the ones. Um, yeah, this is right up there in the same basket with When I Get a Man and Hate on Her.
Yes.
Um, the right one. I don't
10,
know what
10,
is going
10,
on,
10.
but you cannot find that video anywhere online.
No, you cannot.
Could it have been the fact that she was burning that man's clothes? It's easily a 10. Tank produced it, you know.
Another missed opportunity for a single.
It's drama. It's you got the right one. I can so hear Tank singing this, especially on
Right.
that. You got the right one.
Yes.
Do I really hate you? Yeah, that's very Tank.
It
Now that
is.
I'm singing it, I'm like, yeah, that's very Tank.
I need to hear his demo.
I need to hear the demo for this. Yes,
My favorite
yes.
part, this is my favorite part, DJ. You probably know what's my favorite part of the song, but I'm finna sing it. Don't wanna make up, don't wanna be homies. And when you see me, act like you don't know me. Oh, and this is it right here. You think you
Think you
fly.
fly.
You think you
You think you're
grown. Ever since
grown.
I left, you been calling my phone. You ain't never gonna find another chick like me. You ain't never gonna find another chick like me now. Yes!
You think you fly. You think you're grown. I was like, I think Tank wrote that. That
Yes.
just sound like something Tank would say. You think you fly. You
You
think
think
you're
you
grown.
grown. Oh my god,
Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
that song. That
Love
should have
it.
been a single. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah. And when that bass line drops on that, yeah. Yeah. I don't know why that wasn't like a club. Like, I don't know why it wasn't a song they didn't play in the club. Because it definitely was one of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, another missed opportunity, Atlantic. The last song, Same Man. I remember
10.
I remember she did this on Keek. She was in
I
the
remember
studio
that
recording this.
too.
And I remember I was like, put this out now. I was sitting in the food court in Perimeter Mall and I just burst into tears because I was like, mm, if there's a heart to break, you can bet. that it's gonna be mine. And if there are tears to fall, you can bet there's a man
There's a man
behind them all.
behind them
I was
all.
like, oh, oh. Yeah. Another missed opportunity because this, yeah. I wish she had done like, and I know artists, you got to pay all your people, and I get that. But I just wish that we couldn't get no in studio live performance or nothing. Like, I would be putting my money into my content. Like, if I were to get an advance for a label, I would do me a little home setup and then just pay somebody, outsource somebody to master the album. But even down to my videos, like, I don't have to have the multi-million-dollar video.
Right.
I could do a cool little something for a couple grand, and we putting it out there and we promoting the album. You know what I'm saying? We got show footage. I got a vlog. We got webisodes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But you know what? This was my favorite. This is the part of the song that used to really take me out. When she says, what she say? She say, it's always like when I get there, all the good ones are somewhere else, and I'm always left with Mr. Wrong. I know this ain't where I belong. I know I dreamed of so much more, but I keep repeating. Cause I'm loving the same man. Yeah. He was crazy. He was lazy. Don't know how to treat a lady. I used to love it. Oh,
did you catch the sample though? The strawberry letter, the brothers
yeah.
Johnson. I was like, yes, yes,
J.R. Smith put her through, honey, with this album.
baby. J.R. Crickets was taking her. Everybody want to call me now. I'm on live. Y'all should have called me before I got on. But yeah, J.R. Crickets was taking her through there.
He was. You can hear it in some of them songs. Like, sometimes it's one. Better than nothing is one. The right one is one. Same man is definitely one. Like, you can hear all that. You can hear it all.
Yeah, you can hear it all through this album. I love this album. This is one of my favorite K Michelle albums.
Definitely one of mine.
Easily, just being fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give this song. I mean, not this song. I'm gonna give the album a solid 9. I think the only thing that's really missing is like that real club song. But then again, you got V.S.O.P, but there's nothing else on the album that sounds like it. And I think
Mm-hmm.
maybe if there was something else on the album that sounded like it, that was in that same tempo, if not faster, I would have been satisfied. But overall, it's a solid album. Have not a complaint about it. I just wish that they had done a better job with marketing the album and promoting it, because I feel like there were so many missed opportunities, so many potential singles that never were. So many visuals we could have gotten, and I feel the same way about the next 2 albums, which we will get into.
Oh,
Yeah, because I just feel like there were so many, and I don't know if Kay was paying for this out of her own pocket or if the label was, whatever. There were so many missed opportunities with this album, and had I been the A&R, we would have definitely got more webisodes. I would have kept her working. I would have kept her in the public view even after Love and Hip Hop,
but I
because
think
after
that's the
Love and Hip Hop,
problem. I think that's the problem because I think she said it when she did when Jay not Jay when Joe Budden had this show
yep,
called Everyday Struggle, and I remember
yep,
her saying that when she was getting ready to put out The People I Used to Know, and she was saying that that was the first time when she felt uneasy about a release because she don't have no show no more. Like VH1 is not doing all the promotion anymore. So now
Yep.
that you ain't got no platform anymore, how are we going to promote this album? She said they're not working radio properly for me. They're not doing because they wasn't. She had
They
all
wasn't
these.
doing
They
nothing for
weren't
her for
doing
that
shit.
album.
Like they released "Birthday" as a single. It wasn't on the radio, but she had a video for it. They
You can't
released.
even find it on. I mean, it's
You
on streaming, but you got to
gotta find it. Then
you got to find it.
Make This Song Cry was released as a single, but no video. I don't think they had a video for it because she didn't want it to be released as a single. Then you put out Either Way with Chris Brown. It's not on the radio because the radio people don't want to play it. And then you
That's
won't
the
make
one, not Birthday. It's Either
yeah,
Way.
and you don't even there's no video for Either Way. And that was your biggest chance at a pop record, to be honest. Like that
The
was your
fans wanted that one.
they did, but it's like okay, so I understood, and she kept saying that they felt like they didn't have to do anything because she had her own show, she had Love and Hip Hop, and I felt like that they always relied on the visibility of Love and Hip Hop, and it's only gonna do but so much. Like
Only but so much.
once the show is done, you got to keep promoting.
I just wanted more for this out, more visibility. Let me be more specific. I wanted more visibility for this album. I wanted better marketing. I wanted because there's no reason and granted, Tamar might have been the more marketable artist at the time. When you think about the contrast between her and Kay, while Tamar might have been the more marketable artist at the time, K Michelle was the more relatable one. And I feel like because she was easy to relate to, that should have been one of the at least one of the paramount reasons why we pushed her to the general public,
Mm-hmm.
because we there's an everyday girl that can see themselves in K Michelle, mistakes
Right.
and all,
Mm-hmm.
mistakes and all. I do feel like potentially maybe had Kay had a PR person speak on her behalf, while that might have stripped away or shaved a little bit of that relatability off, I do feel like that potentially would have helped her. Because I do think certain instances, we'll go with that word instead of whatever word it was that I used earlier. I can't even think of it.
Antics.
But antics, yes, thank you. I feel like a lot of these instances could have been avoided. A lot of
Okay.
these beefs could have been avoided. A lot of the severed relationships, and again, we don't know what happens behind the scenes, but I'm just one of those that's a firm believer that we can have a disagreement and it doesn't have to be nasty. It doesn't have to be, a bunch of name calling and finger in your face. Like we don't have to do all of that. Now if you take it there, we gonna go there. But
Right.
I can professionally read you and gather you
Mm-hmm.
without having to, call you out your name. So again, I don't know. I just feel like there were a few things that were potentially missing that could have aided in the success of what this album eventually became, because I think it recently got a gold certification.
It did.
Um, so I mean, hey, finally it's about damn time,
I
Lizzo. Like
agree.
it's about damn time. Like I definitely think this album was long overdue. I do love the fact that she was the primary co-writer um, and composer of these songs.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I think that she is another person that I look to when you get on certain platforms and you take the platform and do what needs to be done with it. Like I would say yesterday, excuse me, yesterday after we filmed yesterday, Bando and I were having drinks and we were talking, and I was just sitting up here like trying to strategize certain things because, as most of you know who are watching, you know that we're filming the scene ATL right now, season 2,
Hmm.
and y'all know I'm working on my next book, and Josiah and I are about to work on our podcast, and I was
Justice
sitting,
for bitch, please. I need it in
never
my email by
happening.
12.
Never happening. Oh, you might get the email though. But the thing is with that is I was just sitting there talking to Bando and I was like, well, my publisher really wants to get this book out next month because the last book was released in September and she really wants to get it out next month. Bando said, I don't think y'all should rush it. And I was like, okay, so tell me why. He said, well, the show comes back in January. I think you should put it out when the show comes out. That'll give y'all some time to make sure this is done, that is done. Y'all have more time to plan for promotion because you're gonna have to promote. Yeah, the show will be out and yeah, people will be paying attention, but you also got to make sure your social media promotion is on point. You got to make sure you promote it on your platform. And hell, all of us that's on the show with you, we can repost it and stuff. Like you got to make sure all of that is done. Like don't try to rush it for September. Just put it out when the show come out. Then I said, well, what about the podcast? He said, put that out when the show come out. So it's just because I didn't do that last time. I mean, the book was already out by the time the show came out.
Yeah.
And I didn't do any promotion during the show, which I should have. I should have done a commercial for it and all that other stuff. And I think that we probably would have sold more copies had I done that. Although my book did pretty well for me to only promote it on my YouTube channel. And those copies came off my YouTube channel alone. So
So listen, we finna get you a New York Times bestseller, baby.
Listen, I want to do bigger things with this next book, and I'm taking all because I think you even said put it out when the show comes out. Put it out when the show come out or
There's
whatever.
no rush. I know you want to
know.
do it exactly a year after, but no, put it out when the show's out. Get the most out of it. There's
Yeah,
no point in
because
having a cow if you're not gonna milk all of it.
yeah, and plus people will be watching the show and shit, so they're gonna hear me talking about the book on the show. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So why not take out that time and also put a commercial, have an ad there when the show comes out. Already have an ad ready, all that. So I agree. I'm gonna do it right this time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
same thing with you. I know. I don't think I should say this here. But I know you and a specific person is doing a record together.
You can say
And
it. Me and Ben.
you and
Yeah.
Bando
Well,
doing?
he said it, and I didn't get a chance to say it. Well, this is how it went. He said it on the reunion, and I didn't get a chance to say it. I like to have things done before I say anything. I don't
Yeah.
like feeling like I'm now obligated to do something because my hand was forced. I did not get a chance to tell the people that we were going to do that record. Now I'm tempted to just change my whole shit up. I'm going to be like Beyonce. I'm going to just change the whole thing up. But yes, there is a record of sorts that me and Mr. Bando have coming out very, very soon. So I'm excited about that. We did decide that we're gonna do a deluxe of the album, and then that'll coincide with me working on the follow-up, which we'll get into.
Yes, he gonna have some stuff when the scene come out too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
and let me tell y'all, DJ is very present this season. He's in. We're into episode 5 now, and you'll see
Listen,
DJ is in all the episodes.
we've had to cut some stuff because baby.
Well, it ain't just DJ. DeLon is also in every episode this season too. DeLon has been
Listen.
filming this season. Like he is filming.
Yeah,
So
we live. So y'all
yes,
will see us. You're definitely gonna get more commentary in my confessionals. You're definitely gonna get a more confident, more direct DJ this season. Yes.
you know what? Before we go, because we still kind of early in filming right now. Like I said, we're going into episode 5 now because I think we did 4 episodes already. So we're now going into episode 5. What would you say about mainly about the things that you've been a part of? Like the
I've
scenes
had a
you've
really
been
good
in.
time.
Yeah.
Of the scenes that I've been in, I've had a really good time. I genuinely enjoy the new additions. Um, Additionally, like I said, Bando DeLon. More so, and of course, like I said, I love filming with you. We just have a good time. We really
Mm-hmm.
have a good time when the energy is light and we're doing our own individual things or even things as a collective. It's just a good time. So I've had a good time this season.
I think that we have a lot to prove this season, and I think that we're proving it because the camera quality is better, the sound is better. Some of the new people are really showing up. I wish I could say who they are, but I
I
can't.
think my thing is I just want, and I think you and I had this conversation,
Yeah,
just everything should be more authentic. Let it be authentic, whatever it is. Because that's
yeah.
what made people fall in love with us to begin with, if you remember the
Because
premise of the show.
watching it back, it was very authentic. Like that shit was happening
Yes.
in real time. Oh
Yes. Yes.
like I'm watching it back, and I'm like, oh, this is really happening at that moment. Like all of that
Yes.
was happening for real at that moment.
Nothing that happened
Like
season one was scripted. It was not
nothing,
planned. What you saw is what you saw, and that's exactly how it played out. Nobody can blame anything on editing because
nobody,
yes,
nobody. Like I'm gonna tell y'all like this, and we can spend just a little bit of time talking about the scene real quick.
yes, real quick. Yes, I'm giving the people
Season,
something they can feel,
yes,
honey.
like season one. When I tell you, like, this is why at the beginning, like, and I sometimes I do regret this because I showed my ass that night on TTB when we were promoting the show, and sometimes I wish I didn't do that. Sometimes I wish I
Why?
didn't, but because I never wanted to be seen in that light. But although I wish I didn't do that, I don't regret it because I feel like I was being pushed at that moment. So that's why it happened. But I think, and
So
I said that to say, I said that for a reason because I didn't like how people were already prejudging us before the show came out because most of us were friends already before the show. So because we were friends already, they thought that we were just getting on the show, making up shit, contriving shit for the sake of being in front of a camera, which is not true because I actually told Carl and JT both when they first asked me to do the show. I said, let me tell y'all something. I'm never gonna be on anything where I have to make shit up. If I'm finna be on here, I'm giving y'all every fucking thing. I'm gonna make sure y'all gonna get my real life as it goes. Y'all gonna get me doing this book, y'all gonna get me doing this, and then y'all done brought Bando into the fold now. So y'all about to see because at that time, and DJ knows this, Bando and I weren't even talking
mhm.
really at that time when the show first came about because I really thought it was over between me and Bando during that time. Like I really thought it was over. Like I had multiple conversations with DJ where I was crying and shit and saying that, oh my God, it didn't work. I wish we would have had more time. Like I really thought this shit was over with. Like I
Mhm.
was grieving the situation during that time. Although
Yeah.
we were still, it was no bad blood between me and him because you could also say that too, DJ. I always said I didn't hate him or anything like that. Like it wasn't no
Yeah.
bad blood. It's just that I understood why he wasn't ready at that time. But
Yeah.
that didn't make it hurt any less on my end because I was ready for him. I was ready, but I also understood why he wasn't. But my feelings was already in it, so
Yeah. Your
I
feelings were
had to,
already in.
yeah. So I had to eat that, and so I was grieving over the situation, and we hadn't seen each other since my birthday dinner. So when it was
Yeah.
like, yeah, we hadn't seen each other since my birthday dinner because he, even though we wasn't even talking like that, then he still showed up for my birthday dinner. And I remember him being at the birthday dinner and he was saying, he said, so he was trolling me, but he said, but that's still my baby though. That's my baby though. And I'm just like,
Oh.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I gotta find me a person because
And then
I was
he
about to feel
we
that way
was
about
calling
you.
each other we was calling each other bestie for the resty and shit. Like we was saying we were best friends and shit. And I'm like, child, we're not best friends, but whatever. Then we got on this show and y'all saw the reconnection happen in real time on the
Hmm.
show.
Yes, we did.
Y'all saw the reconnection happen in real time. Like it literally happened in real time. That's why when people was trying to make it seem like it was contrived, that shit was not contrived. And you are one person who knows that. You and Carl, for instance, y'all know that that was not contrived.
No, it was
Like
not.
it was not like I remember. um after my first scene that I shot was with JT, and then after that, I got a text from Carl saying Bando wants to film with you. I said now, because I'm like now, and he was like yes. So we knew when we was going to film, and we knew where we were going to film at. But right before we filmed that day, I ran into Bando at their real life thing. They was doing their finale for Real Life and Music, and I was at their party. And I ran into Bando. I had not seen him since my birthday, and we hugged, and it was
He was
it.
like, "That's still my baby, though."
It was like okay, and then we had a conversation. He wanted me to come out to the club with him for his birthday, and I said, okay, cool, I'll do that because you came out for mine, I'll come out for yours. And then while everybody else went inside, we was outside having this long emotional conversation where I was almost in tears, and he was saying, I wanted to have this conversation, and I know we got to film Monday, but some of this shit that we're talking about, I don't want that on camera. And I said, I don't either. So we pretty much had to have the same conversation again on camera, but we left
It was
some
a more
shit.
condensed version.
It was a condensed version of said conversation. It was certain things that we didn't want to talk about on camera. But but we talked about most things on camera. So the way you saw that reconnection happening on camera, it was literally happening on camera. Like,
I think with this new season, so that authenticity, just like you said, between you and Bando, that was the reason why I was one of the ones that was against bringing anybody new for this particular season, because I was just like, unless they're in our actual friend circle, like let's just keep it about the friends. We don't need to bring in any extra people. Just get what get the authentic thing that is occurring in that moment. That's what made the people fall in love with us to begin with. It was raw, it was real, it was a display of what happens in friendship with real friends. um this particular season, like I said, we have these new faces and I love them, and I think they definitely are going to add a different face to what the platform is.
and at least
um
we know some of them already.
yeah,
Like we have some relationships with some of them already. Like
yeah.
like two of these people are Bando's friends, and one of them is my friend, and one of them is your friend, and
Yeah,
it's
I know all of them. You know what I mean?
everybody.
So
So
yeah, so I'm
it's
just
a it's
like,
it's a little different.
it's a little different this particular season. I think this particular season, and I'm not going, you and I have already talked about this, but I'm just gonna say this. I think this particular season, because of some of the things that we didn't want to repeat this particular season, I think certain things. Is this gonna be a spoiler? Let me think about this for 2 seconds. Hold
Don't
on.
say it.
No, 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 no. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Okay, so because there were certain things or certain critiques from season one,
Yeah.
I think some of those critiques were taken a little too close to heart.
Okay.
I think that's a good way to put it. I think some of those
Okay.
critiques were taken a little too close to heart.
Because now they
And
own
so,
it. They own it now. Like they really own it.
honey, they own it, but not in the best way, because I feel like the formula has shifted a little bit. And I'm one of those that's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I get what
So
you're
yeah,
saying.
that's all I'm gonna say.
Still a good show though.
It's still a good show though. I'm one of those where it's like, okay, if you know
What I
that
would
this
say
amount of
is
sugar is gonna get you a sweet cake, don't overdo it.
I think DJ is still trying to get used to the new people that's around, because
No, I actually know, like I
I know you
know
know them,
them.
but I'm saying you're trying to get used to them being in this situation because it was just us in this situation at first. Now it's new people in. I don't want to say infiltrating because infiltrating sounds bad. It's new people that's coming into the space, and it's and it does change the energy when you bring new faces in. It does change the energy a little bit. It do.
I'm gonna say this. I think because of some of the scenes that have been filmed and not filmed, I think this season is forcing me to navigate things that I never thought I would have to. And with that being said, you know, you're definitely gonna get more of me this particular. You're definitely gonna get more of me this particular season, honey. We're gonna talk about wet nights and every damn thing.
Well, I will say
Um,
that I do like the fact that I know that me and DJ have filmed together a whole lot this season.
we have
Which
more filming to do.
we have a lot more to do. But I will say this: DJ is. I see him building a bond with one of the new guys. I don't want to
I
say the
would say
name,
all of them.
but I'm saying it's one bond in
It's one person in
particular.
particular, yes, and because, and I'm gonna tell you
I
why.
just put it in the I just put it in the back chat too.
No, no, no. I had to think about who you were talking about,
Uh
but
huh.
the reason why is because first of all, you're gonna just be around. You know what I mean? You're gonna be around,
Mhm.
and I've always been a person that I like to form my own opinion. That's how I met Bando. I like to form
Mhm.
my own opinion. I've never been a yes man. I've never been the person that's just gonna lay down and take it. I've never been the person where somebody can just tell me what I'm gonna do and I'm gonna comply. I just don't do that. You
Mhm.
know, fuck your rules, fuck your couch. You know, and so that's me. And so um with this individual, I want to get to know you for myself. I've met you in passing at Christmas party, the bar, you know, whatever. But I want to get to know you because regardless of what setting we're in, you're going to be around. And so
Mhm.
I need to know you. And that's really how I am in any setting. You know, I need to know who I'm around because I'm a firm believer that, you know, who you surround yourself with says a lot about you. An eyelash just fell in my eye. Who you surround yourself who you surround yourself with really says a lot about you. And if you are surrounding yourself with people who have nothing to lose, they will help you lose everything. And so I am just very particular about who I'm around, especially now. Um, so that's why it's important for me to build a relationship with this person, um because I need to understand you. I need to understand the way you think. I need to understand the way you move, especially if you're going to be around me,
Mhm.
because I don't do weird energy. I don't do weird.
Yeah. But all in all, I'm really excited for you guys to see it. The elevation is amazing this season. And like I said, y'all asked for more DJ. Y'all got a lot of DJ this time. There's a lot of DJ coming around this time. Like
And I
especially
just looked at the back chat. No, the person that I was talking about was somebody totally different. But yes, I love that person
yes,
that
yes,
you
you
mentioned in the
do.
back chat. I love him. Like he is. I'm glad you introduced me to him. Like I really see me and him like being friends for a really long time. I do like
yes.
him.
Yes.
Yes, yes, I
That's
do.
what I was talking about.
Yes, I
Yes.
do. I like him. I honestly think that you, me, and that person need to get together and do another lunch. And I have the perfect place. It's not far from my house,
That's
and the
fine.
food is bomb. I've ordered from them from DoorDash twice, and I love them. So yes, I will definitely let y'all know. Which let me know your schedule for next week. We going.
Um, let's see. I work every day except Tuesday. No, except Thursday and Friday.
Okay, we'll
So
make it
yeah.
happen.
But I will say that me and Delon's relationship is growing. Y'all will see that. I can at least say that. Like
I love
y'all,
that.
yes, it's growing. Like it's um and I never thought it would though at first. Because I said that this season I don't want to make the same mistake that I did last time, which was
Mhm.
I only stuck to the people I knew, but it's like I didn't give Delon the proper chance until the end. You feel what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So but once we made it to the end, we started getting to know each other after it was over. And then now you really get to see it. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it's like, so yeah. But I feel like the more we talk about this shit, we're gonna spoil it. Anyway, y'all, we're finna go and get up out of here. Next week. Are we still talking
Anybody
about
want to buy heart?
next week? Is anybody with a bar heart next week? So y'all be on the lookout for that. I will pick a day for that, and that's about it, y'all. So make sure you guys tune in next week. Whenever we figure out a day, I will make the link and all that stuff. Make sure you subscribe to DJ. He's DJ the Singer everywhere. And stay tuned for the scene ATL because he will be on there right alongside me.
Yes, we will do reviews for all of K Michelle's albums, even the ones that we don't necessarily care for.
Absolutely. So with that being said, you guys, we are out of here until the next one.